Hey everyone, Lachlan here, and today we're unboxing the Beats Solo2, which is the new version of the Beats Solo on-ear headphones from everyone's favorite company, Beats Electronics. Now I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking Lachlan has finally entered the 7th circle of YouTube hell by unboxing Beats products on his channel. As you always know, my rule is don't knock it till you've tried it, and to be perfectly honest, it's nice for me to have Beats products on my channel because, number one, it does allow me to attract, hopefully, a bunch of new viewers who will maybe, check out some of the other stuff on the channel and learn something new. And the other thing is that the great thing about Beats products is that if you buy them and you don't like them, you can pop them on eBay. The resale value for these headphones is intense. So you can basically lose next to nothing by having a kind of extended trial of these headphones. And I actually have heard that the Beats Solo 2 is an improvement over the original. I never heard the original myself. I've also, I didn't think that the Beats Studio 2013 sounded all that bad either. It just had those problems with the hissing noise cancellation, which I wasn't a big fan of. But anyway, let's get started with the unboxing. This is the blue version of the Beats Solo 2. I just decided to get it because I have the red Studios, which incidentally I was thinking of selling recently, but I just decided to keep it around for a bit longer just to have as a reference unit. I bought this Beats Solo 2 at JB Hi-Fi in Australia. And I got it for 30% off because they were doing a sale, and that's also the other reason why I jumped on this, honestly. Otherwise, if I had the money lying around, I would have immediately bought the V-Moda M100 like you are all screaming at me to do. But let's just take the plastic wrap off so that you can see this product a bit more clearly. It actually looks like a miniature version of the Beats Studio 2.0 box, and we have the box here with the security seal, etc., etc. So I assure you this is a genuine unit. I don't actually believe that they've been able to start making fakes of this yet, because, in order to make what some people don't seem to realize is that in order to make a fake headphone at least look half convincing, you actually have to make a headphone. And because headphones actually are very high margin products, it doesn't actually cost that much more to make a real headphone than it does to make a fake headphone. So that's one thing to consider. That's why you only ever see fakes of very, very prominent products, because the cost of investment to actually manufacture the fake is, I would imagine, somewhat close to actually the cost it would take to manufacture a real headphone, discounting marketing, research and development, etc., etc. Anyway, let's get back to the unboxing. So once again, we have these austere red boxes. I have to say, Beats have got the kind of whole packaging experience down to an art. And again, we have the slogan, change the way you hear sound. I would hope not if that involves hearing damage, but let's remove this. And then now we have the case, which has the headphones inside. Now, interestingly, in contrast with the Studio, this is actually a soft pouch case and not a hard case, which is slightly disappointing considering I quite like the hard case on the Beats Studio, and this thing kind of looks it doesn't look bad, but it just looks a bit misshapen. It looks a bit uninspiring, really. But anyway, let's open the bottom of this so we can see. And this cable here gives us some clue as to the kind of blue we're going to get out of the box. You can see here it's quite a deep blue. For reference, I have here my limited edition ADH M50X, and you can see that kind of blue contrast. I'll do a more kind of comparison between the headphones themselves, but as you can see, the cable is significantly more saturated in color, I would say. Then we have the usual packaging material with the instructions, etc., etc. Now, I don't believe that this headphone is noise cancelling, so there's no electronics. We get a Beats sticker, which I'll be sure to plaster on something that I own. Then we have the limited warranty booklet, the important safety instructions, a quick start guide. Nothing important in here. And then we have the one remaining item, which is the carabiner, which is in the box. Again, not really figured out a use for those. because I wouldn't want to hang that off a bag strap. These pouches anyway. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's open up the pouch. And here we have the headphones. And they are very, very tiny versions of the Beats Studios, essentially, in look and feel. Yeah, it's actually not that much to say. It's a nice little blue paint job. The blue is actually quite a decent color. I'm quite happy with my choice. It was between this and the kind of black and red, which I'm not a big fan of, and the red, which I already have in the studios, and the white version with the red accents, not a really big fan of. To be honest, I would have loved a matte finish. I do prefer matte over this kind of glossy finish because it doesn't get fingerprints and it actually looks a lot, you know, nicer, I think, than the gloss plastic. But that said, this is nice enough looking until you get your first scratch on it. And then we have the actual cable, which we can attach here. Now, one thing I'm interested to check out, first of all, is, are these ear pads detachable? From initial inspection, they do not appear to be detachable, so it means that you can't replace the ear pads, which is something that I really didn't like the Beats Studio for. No buttons on these ear cuffs, because obviously this is not noise cancelling, but we'll just give you a closer look at all the kind of sides. Pretty standard stuff, folds up, as you can see. So I'll be giving these a listen over the next few weeks or so, and of course I'll write some first impressions in the description of this video. I'm curious. I don't actually know that much about these headphones. I don't know how they will sound, but hopefully they will be similar to the Beats Studios in sound without having that awful noise cancelling hiss, and if that's the case, I think that would be a pretty decent combination. Anyway, you can talk to me on Facebook at facebook.com/LachlanLikesAthing, or on Twitter at LachLikesAthing. Thanks to all my regular subscribers, and happy listening.